Hey, what's going on, everybody? John here from Firecore Fantasies. Welcome to our special little Thanksgiving YouTube collaboration video. I have some guests here with me today. Everybody, would you like to introduce yourselves?
I am Andyjackal, and hello, everybody.
Gaitsu Lore, how's it going?
And Penguin Biter. Hi.
What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing today? How are you guys feeling today?
We're doing great.
Yeah, can't complain.
I'm doing great. How are you guys doing? Good?
Can't complain.
Exactly.
Busy.
Good. I know. Staying busy. Staying busy. Speaking of staying busy, there's a lot that I have personally been busy with lately. There's a lot I've been doing, and seeing as how tomorrow is Thanksgiving, or I guess we're recording this and tomorrow's Thanksgiving, but by the time this video is up, it will have been or already happened. But there's a lot of people, that I'm thankful for. There's a lot of things that I'm thankful for. So I figured we could kind of just, everyone could go over, some of the stuff that we're really thankful for in our lives. And it doesn't necessarily have to pertain to just YouTube. It could be anything. Just I guess I'll start us off. I know that I'm, one of the things that I'm thankful the most for is my family and my friends. And I know that's kind of a large category, but at least specifically with my family is my mom and my brother. They've been incredibly supportive of me, kind of pursuing this YouTube channel. Actually, as a matter of fact, I know if it wasn't for my mom, I wouldn't even be out here in California. You know what I mean? Dedicating about 50% of my time to this YouTube channel. You know what I mean? If she wasn't around and, she didn't help me out, like I would not be able to be doing this. You know what I mean? And so for that, I owe her a lot, and I'm incredibly thankful. Mom, if you're watching this right now, I just want you to know that you're the best. But yeah, that's that's one thing that I'm thankful for.
Hi, John's mom.
I know.
Hi, Mrs.
Firecore.
Mrs. Firecore.
What about you guys? What are some things that you're all of you are grateful for?
Anyone want to take it?
I think we've had an order so far. I think it's best we start with you.
Yes.
With me?
Yeah, with you.
Okay. So one of the first things that I would say that I'm grateful for is definitely the YouTube channel, because I feel like it's definitely helped me become a more confident version of myself just from watching the first video that I put out. Compared to where things are at now, it's sometimes hard to see the changes that you make in yourself because it's so subtle. But when you do something every single day, you don't really notice these changes until you have something to look back on and just be like, wow, I can't believe that I went from that to what I'm doing now. I think I've always had this inner desire to want to just be a more dynamic and a more dynamic version of myself, a more confident version of myself. And I'm so grateful to have the YouTube channel, and I'm so grateful to have that as a platform to be able to do that, while at the same time being able to reconnect with my childhood self, my young, the young, curious self that I feel like I've lost that part of me as I've gotten older. The things have gotten a little bit too serious. I kind of lost the ability to do that, to reconnect with something fun and something that brings me back to my youth. And that's what YouTube has done for me. Also, being able to connect with other people like John and Penguin and Gaitsu, and it's been so cool to be able to connect with people who share the same type of weirdness as you do. Because I believe that your friends are your friends because you share the same type of weirdness with each other. And that is just such a cool feeling. That alone has made this whole thing worth it. So that's one of the things that I'm grateful for so far this year. That's definitely one of the biggest things that I'm grateful for. Anyone else want to
I'm grateful
take
for
it?
you too, Andy.
I agree.
I'm grateful for you too.
Thanks, man.
I agree with both of you guys. Family is really important, and what we do here on YouTube, the growth that we go through without even knowing it. For me, though, I think that the most influential thing that I've seen that has actually helped me progress a little bit further is I've gotten a lot of friends on Twitter, and Twitter has helped me to expand myself and my channel, as well as my own personal family. So, I mean, I think that family, while it is those that are flesh and blood, also counts the people that you just can't live your life without. So, there are friends that I consider family. There are people who I've never even personally met who I consider family. And I think that Twitter and some other social medias have done a lot of stuff just for that. So,
Absolutely.
I mean,
Yeah.
So, how about
That's
you?
awesome.
Yeah, I originally started this YouTube channel because Gaitsu made me do it. And now
Yeah.
I'm actually enjoying it, and it's gotten me to the point where I'm more talkative. I'm not quite as quiet as I used to be. And I'm actually thankful for social media for doing that. It's like a self-esteem booster. So,
Yeah, that's awesome. A lot of people like to give social media a lot of flack for being toxic and destructive, but I think it's what you make of it. You know, you can make it a positive experience to connect with people just like you. So I think that's really cool.
Yeah, I know I can, like, Penguin guys, for both of your points. I definitely using Twitter and YouTube has helped me I mean, I've always been kind of talkative personally, but in different ways, and not necessarily the ways I want to be, and doing this has helped me kind of be able to talk about more of the stuff that I wanted to, and kind of focus in on, you know, on positivity and self-improvement, and kind of like shed light on those things and help me kind of explore that and talk about those kind of things with other people. And also, guys, you said that you have people who aren't even your flesh and blood that you consider family. And that too, like, I actually have two friends of mine who are coming out here in a couple days to visit me, who I've only known, one of them I've only known for about a year, and the other one about 2 or a little over. And they are, I would consider them family. You know what I mean? Though they're not my flesh and blood, they're my two friends, Billy and Chelsea, who've helped me who support me with all of this too, with the channel and everything. They're like family at this point. You know what I mean? So yeah, it doesn't even necessarily. I actually think I have family members who I'm not even as, you know what I mean? I'm not even as close to. So it totally is true. You know, you never know. It is all about, you know, the people who surround yourself with, and, you know, it's definitely very important. I think they said, like, you know, you're kind of like a sum of, you know, of the people that you're around, you know, you know, it's definitely important to be surrounded with people who like have the same crazy as you, and, you know, who get you and share the same passions, you know, so it's cool. I guess we'll just, that's one circle you got. I guess we'll do another circle. You want to go around one more time?
Just keep going around. That sounds good.
So I know another thing. I guess I kind of said it was family and also friends. You know, which for the same reasons. You know, like, I know, Andy, you specifically. You know, I know, like, I've learned. You know, and not to kind of like call you out on the show, you know, but I mean, like, but you have done so much. You know, you've been such an amazing friend. You know, you've taught me so much about YouTube, about making videos, whether it's audio. I could go on forever, you know, and then, like, all that, and then like to wake up every day, and see you're posting 1-2 videos every day. You can see the motivation, you can feel it, you can feel the energy. And I guess that, like I said, that kind of ties in with, family and friends, being surrounded by people,
Yeah.
But another thing that I'm really thankful for is, I did want to talk about was music. I think I had said it off camera. I wanted to bring up music, which is kind of different, but music has been a huge part of my life ever since especially towards the beginning of high school, middle school. I got really into music. Not playing it, however. I know some people can't just listen to music. I feel like some people feel like they have to make it, and I do play drums and everything, but especially when it comes to listening to music, music has been there for me, through hard times and good. Some of the lowest points of my life, I've had songs and different artists, and there's too many to name, but music has always been there for me, and it's always seems to be able to lift me up, and bring me back to a better place, a better state of mind. So I mean, I guess I'm just grateful for music. You know what I mean? As broad as that is, I'm grateful that we live in a world where music exists. You know what I mean? And I can turn to it, and and kind of rely on it and know that it will be there for me. When other things might not be. So, I am internally just forever grateful for having music be part of my life. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I just I love listening to music. I'm constantly listening to it, 24 hours a day. Like from the moment I wake up, I'll wake up to go to work in the morning, I'll put my headphones in, and to the moment that I'm going to sleep at night, I'll have my headphones in. It's just constant music. That's one of the things. That's one of the tough things about capturing. Actually, is when I sit down to capture, I'm like, oh man, I gotta turn my music off. I'll have music going right up to the second that I start capturing, and then as soon as I hit that end record button, I'm like, all right, back to my music while I edit. But yeah, what about you guys? What else?
I can relate to that with music for sure. One of the biggest things that I'm grateful for as well is music, and the guys in the new band that I've been playing with. One of the biggest things that I'm grateful for this year is just having them let me have the opportunity to roll with them, to write music with them, to travel with them, to do what I love doing with them. And it's such a change of pace from where I came from originally playing music, because I did play for a previous band who we did a lot of big stuff, and I've gotten to travel the US. I've gotten to do 8 North American tours with the previous project, but I wasn't happy at the time. I was at a very dark place in my life. I was drinking all the time, and that's something that I don't do anymore. I haven't drank a sip of alcohol since May, and I can't even tell you the last time that I've been drunk. And I feel like now it's much easier for me to see the joy of life and not have to worry about feeling crappy in the morning. And I save money, but it's kind of off topic. But music, with my previous project, I was in a very negative place, and with the group that I'm rolling with right now, it's so much different, and it's so weird because they're all such genuine guys, and when we come together to mastermind and to talk about ideas and to talk about good things and talk about what we're gonna do as a group moving forward. And everything that I'm getting ready to record an album in January, and everything we've been doing together just embodies everything that I've been wanting to do with music forever, especially from a message standpoint. There's always been a particular type of message that I wanted to send with people that I just wasn't able to do with my previous project. And I think a lot of that had to do with also my opinions sort of being undermined and being overlooked by some of the other guys in the band. And it was just very negative time, and things are just so much different now. And I'm just so grateful to have that in my life. So figured I'd just put that out there.
I don't know. I feel like there's been a lot of. I'm anticipating this album too. I've heard a lot about it just from talking to you.
Yeah, it's gonna be sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've been waiting for a while.
All right.
We're recording January 1st
Yeah.
to January 14th. So after that, you'll be hearing some news about the actual release date. Yeah.
I want a signed poster.
All
Okay.
And I told him a couple months ago that I'm gonna love being one of those people that can say once he's gotten big that I knew him before he was.
Yeah. Right.
I knew him, and that he, if he changes, then he changes. If he doesn't, then that he's never changed once. And I mean, back to the whole through Twitter and everything, you have put up so many inspirational things each and every day that it's crazy. And to hear that bad crap happens even to people who are as good as you, I mean, it's nuts. It's really, really nuts. But I guess in all of that, I do enjoy music, but I actually throw it in with some other stuff. I love all of the arts. I love reading. I love writing. I love the art that people draw. And I mean, just being able to go out there and look and listen and see what other people have created, what they have put their own dreams and ideas into. And it's just, I really enjoy being able to do that. And that's something that, again, the social medias have allowed me to do. But it goes even further than that, to where there are actual communities out there that just do the different arts. And that kind of stuff is something that I really enjoy, that I'm really grateful that everybody is able to take the time to do what they would like to do. I mean, there's a lot of people out there who they spend their entire life wanting to do something and being told that they can't. And there's communities out there saying, no, don't give up.
Yeah.
Keep doing what you're doing. Keep going for those dreams that you set. And I mean, groups like that, they may be a dime a dozen, but each one is just so important.
100%. Yeah.
And I think that's, I think that's going to be, something I'm grateful for a lot.
Same here, man.
Those groups.
Yeah. Like, I'm mainly grateful for reading and writing. I've always been the kind of bookworm that when things get tough, you just grab a book and you keep your nose in the book and everything's okay. And I used to be able to write all the time. And I'm wanting to get back into that because I really enjoyed it. It's like creating your own world where things you want can happen just like that. And I think that's something everyone should enjoy. Just, getting in your own little world and things just seem to happen. And yeah, so I think that's what I'm
awesome.
really grateful for.
Everybody's got to have some sort of creative outlet, or at least something to allow themselves to unwind.
Yeah.
I feel like I can definitely. I was never good at reading and writing, but it's interesting. You talk about kind of creating your own world. I used to take Bionicle action figures, and I would never follow
that was my shit.
Yeah,
please
Not
please
sponsored by Bionicle
Yeah.
or Lego.
No, so I remember one Christmas, my aunt, my godmother, I just always called her Auntie Lisa. She bought me all 12 or all. There were 8, I think, in the entire Motunui set or whatever. Mind blow. I was like, oh my god!
Was this the first generation
all the
of
Bionicles
Bionicle?
right in front of me.
Was it the one when
Yes,
you had all
yes,
of them?
this was
you can
Yeah.
utilize all their parts to build a giant one. Yeah. Did you
It
ever
might
do
have-
that?
I don't know if
I'm
you could
pretty
do that
sure
with
you
the
could,
first
'cause I think I
generation.
only had the first
I
generation.
didn't.
And
Because if you did, I didn't know about it because I just had them up in my bed. But I think for the
Yeah.
longest time, I didn't do anything with them. I just set them up and I would just look at them. I'm like, oh, I have all of them.
Just the
Yeah.
sheer amazement of having an entire set.
but eventually what I started doing, and it was kind of at a point in my life where I didn't really have a lot of friends, I would lock myself in my room. I would build my own Bionicles, kind of inspired by like samurai and stuff. And I would actually, and I know if my mom, my brother, if you guys are watching this, I apologize. I used to take face cloths and like old shirts, and I would cut them up, and I would literally like staple together little suits for them and like costumes, like samurai style, like kimonos and suits of armor, and I would just like deck these like little Bionicles out, and I would make my own, and I would legitimately dress them, like I would make outfits for them, and I would like they all had names, like I would just have them battle, and I would create like a world, you know, and I'm grateful for that actually, you know, just to be able to have, you know, to be able to do that, to kind of fall back into that, and I mean, I guess it's something that was self-generated, but still, I'm still grateful for it. To be able to kind of like rely on, like, you know, I would come home from school and I would have a bad day, and like, you know, my Bionicles will be there for me. Like, I know I can play with my. Actually, it's cool because they're all still above my bed, like back home, back in Boston. I'm 22 years old and I still have all of the ones that I made. I still have them. I have not gotten rid of them because they were such a major part of my life that I'm like, I could never unattach from these. You know what I mean? Like, I try not to have a lot of physical possessions as much as you know, as little as I can, but those will always be, because you know, they were something that I created, and I love them. But yeah, no, creating your own world, and I agree with you too, Penguin. I want to start writing more myself too, just to kind of improve my writing ability, but like to work on some of my ideas and kind of you know, flesh them out and have them on paper. Writing too in general is good for you, I think. You know, you can type on your iPhone all day, you know, which I'm guilty of, but I think when it comes to, there's something about writing stuff that just, I feel like it triggers a different part of the brain.
No, you're right about that. You're
than
100%.
when you text. I could be wrong, but
Yeah. There was
we should all do it. A 21-day writing challenge.
There was
That's what we
a
should
video
do.
that I watched from the YouTube Creator Academy about how to write stories, like storytelling. And there was a guy who, in one of the videos, he's a famous writer, like a story writer, and you just reminded me of something that he said in a video where he said that you don't become inspired and then write. You write and then you become inspired. Like, when he talks about his process of storytelling, he says it's not like he waits for that magical moment where a switch goes off in his mind and now he's inspired to go write. He has to just he just writes down whatever. He just lets his mind spill out whatever. He looks at that and becomes inspired by that. So that kind of, when you were just talking about what we were talking about with writing, it just reminded me of that. So.
Yeah. I think it's the same thing, you know, not waiting around, you know, because I did that with my channel. I was like, I'm not ready to start it yet. You know, I don't even know what I was waiting for.
And you were probably more inspired.
And then at one point I was just like, I need to just do it.
The day that you uploaded the first video, than all of the time that you spent waiting to do that, you know? As soon as you put up that first video, you're like, wow, like I took an action. Like I did something, you know? And it's kind of the same with any creative field. Same with music, you know? I don't just think of something and then put it out. I just got to pick up a guitar and just play around until I find something that inspires me. It's the same thing with anything.
Yeah. Like, don't even you know, don't make excuses, you know, like just do it. Just because a lot of people make, that's kind of, I was talking about that off camera too. It's about making excuses, because I'm my worst enemy. I will sit and make excuses until from sunrise to sunset on not to do something, and I feel like I still have to fight it even today. You know, it's still an ongoing battle, but I try to remain focused about it and just take action and stop overthinking, you know, and just don't let anything hold you back. Just do the things you want to do, and know that it will get better, you know. And also, not to take, I don't want to take up too much time on just my thing, but earlier we were talking about kind of improvement, not really recognizing, because it's kind of tough to recognize how far you've come, because, I know with me, I kind of try to live in each moment, which I think you should, but sometimes it's hard for me to kind of look back and realize where I was, because I try not to do it so much, but somebody, I won't say who or what they said, but somebody had left me a very positive comment sent me a message actually, about, pertaining to my videos and my commentary style. And it was crazy because right before they sent it to me, it was when I was capturing the first episode of my Resident Evil walkthrough, and I think I did it 4 times, and every time I did it, I was like, I'm not happy with this. This is not where I want to be. I kept deleting it, and I finally just recorded it and put it up, and somebody left an amazing comment, and I was like, wow, I could sit here all day and think about all the reasons why I shouldn't do it or why I'm unhappy with it, but it's, I didn't even realize, I went back and I watched, and I'm like, wow, this is crazy how far I've come since my first video. Andy and I actually were Skyping a couple nights ago and watching old videos of ours. And I put on your very first video that you'd ever played on your channel. I did the same for me. I'm like, oh, this is crazy. But yeah, you definitely have to keep it in mind that,
when we did that, that's when I realized that I had actually made some sort of improvement, because sometimes it could be demotivating because it's so subtle and you don't notice it. It's creepy. You have to have something to look back on. You have to. Otherwise, you'll never know if you're getting better or not. But that night when you played those videos, that's when I was like, oh my God, this is actually doing something positive for my personality and me as a person. And that's what I wanted since day one.
Yeah. I know.
So.
What else? Hold on. I feel like that was mostly my turn. So technically, Andy, it should be your turn now.
Is it?
Something. I think so.
Think so.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like we got kind of sidetracked. Gaitsu,
yeah.
We did get
right.
a little bit sidetracked, but now it's your turn.
So Gaitsu, you wanna anything?
No, it's your turn.
Hold on. No, my audio's screwing up right now, so I gotta do something. All right. So I gotta turn off my interface real quick. Be right back.
$32. Oh wow.
It's already been that long.
Yeah, it looks like my video file's at 2.70 gigabytes.
Oh.
I know, it shows me next to the time how long everything's taking. I know, I did get sidetracked there. I thought I was trying to make a point in my head, and I was like, no, I lost it.
No, you did a really good job.
Thank you.
Because it does change when you go back and you look and see just how different things are from when you first started. And even with what you're saying about how you procrastinated and just didn't want to do that first video, that hits home with a lot of people. Yeah. I sat there, I had my channel started for 3 months before I put up my first video.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You back?
Yeah, I'm back.
All right.
Yeah. Honestly, talking to other people too, talking to you guys and hearing that other people are going through the same thing too. You know what I mean? And just not feeling so isolated. Because sometimes when you're there by yourself and you're like, oh, I don't want to start, and you're not talking to anybody else. It's kind of overwhelming, but it's definitely something that everybody deals with, and that really is that's the thing, just to push through, just do it. Just do it.
Do it.
But whoever.
Yeah. I think we are on Andy.
Okay. So probably the next biggest thing that I am grateful for, it's kind of the last of the main points that I'm grateful for, is some of you might already know about my cousin Alex, who was diagnosed with cancer in June, and he has pretty much beat it. He's pretty much, conquered it, and it's good. Like he's good now, you know. And it's crazy because that was such a big scare, because he's 100% the most important person in my life, and he is, you know, he's the only person that I had growing up who was around my age. So he was the one that I could relate to the most. He was the one that I did things with the most out of anyone else in my family. So, you know, to see him go through that was definitely such a big scare, but he's been reinforced with so much positive energy and his mindset is just so crazy positive, and he's such a strong person that to him the whole time it just never even existed, you know. He was never afraid of it. He was never down or depressed or sad about it. To him it just didn't exist in him, and I think that played a huge factor for how he recovered so quickly. And yeah, grateful for that, and I'm grateful for my family and my little niece Emily, who's pretty much the light of my life. I love that little girl to death. So yeah, family, very important. And I don't know, I'm just happy to see that everything's all right.
I'm glad to hear that he's all right too.
Thanks.
I mean, I remember you saying on Twitter a while back that he was going in, and I remember that at that point I was like, well, geez, there's another horrible thing happening to another good person. And I mean, this was before even I realized that you were putting out inspirational quotes and things. This was just, why does stuff like this happen? But I'm glad that he was able to pull through it so quickly.
Yeah, me too, man. Thank you.
I know that.
So we on me now? No, go ahead.
Oh, I don't even
Go
know
ahead.
what I was gonna say. I'm just my mouth opens and just I make noise.
Your mouth opens and stuff spews out. I mean, I can kind of relate with you there though, Andy, about family members getting sick. And my little sister, she has been diagnosed with autism, but not exactly a big issue. But she's also got a vertebrae in her spine that is too small, and she's getting fluid in her head, so she has to go in for that every so often. But I mean, I've seen a lot of people get sick. My great grandmother, she was in for breast cancer for a long time, and she was down to a point where they didn't think she was going to make it out. And
Wow.
she said that the only reason why she was able to make it out of a lot of the things that she did was because her husband, who had passed away before her, kept coming to her as she was fading away, telling her it's not her time. So she had to come back. And that's what she accredits all of her time here with us for. So I think I want to say that I'm thankful for those that have come before us. They've been here, they've done a lot of stuff. They try and help us to become better people before we make the mistakes that we do. And us being young and dumb, we don't listen a lot of the times until it happens to us, and then it's like, why didn't we listen? So to anyone out there who is an elderly, who is given advice to anyone, thank you. And I think that's going to move on to you now.
Oh, okay. Well, this may sound weird, but I am actually thankful for my medical history. I had cancer when I was 6 months old, and being raised around the hospital and needles and all that stuff people are scared of, it's actually made me a positive person, and nothing can go wrong, and other people seem to look up to that, and it actually makes their day when I smile all the time. And they're like, how can you smile all the time? It's a sucky day. And I was like, it could always be worse. And another thing I'm thankful for is my grandma Sherry. She passed away like I think last year or 2 years ago, and she's actually her fighting spirit has taught me a lot. And it's like you can make it through anything if you just believe you can, and you just put it in your head that you've already made it through. So that's another thing I'm thankful for. And yeah, it's like main thing is you can make it through. Just go for it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm that's amazing. You know, it really is. Like it's, you know, that having that attitude and that outlook on life is key. You know, it's very important. Mm-hmm. Actually, that's one of the things I'm grateful for, is being thankful that I can have that outlook on life. You know, you know, to have to know, you know, it could always be worse, and to just power through it, see it as if it's, you know, it's actually pretty much cool. You know, I know with a lot of things that kind of it's not similar, but I remember I always wanted a Jeep. It was kind of my dream car that I always wanted, and to me it was just like, nope, there's no other reality of me not having it. It doesn't exist. It's not, you know, it's not. I will have it, and it's something, and I just worked towards it, and I got it. But you know, just to have that outlook, like, no, I'm going to make it through. I'm gonna get through this. You know, I'm going to accomplish this. I'm gonna reach this, whatever it may be that you're doing in life. You know, your mentality on it is one of, in my opinion, is one of the most important things. So that's inspiring, though. I feel like I need to start incorporating that a little bit more myself. You know, but yeah, that's another thing I'm grateful for, is having that, and knowing other people, you know, talking to you guys, and just being reminded, you know, I'm thankful for that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
I think what it all comes down to is life is 100% what you make it.
Oh, yeah.
If you go into it thinking that it's going to be a horrible, horrible day, then it's going to be a horrible, horrible day. Mm-hmm. If you go into it saying, I'm going to put everything I can into it and make this the best day it's going to be, then it's not going to be a horrible day. It's going to be the best that you can do.
Yeah. It's
and
spot on.
I think that's why a lot of people get discouraged, is because they go into it thinking, this isn't going to work. Nobody supports me. This isn't going to turn out the way that I want it to. And I think that right at that time is when they become defeated.
Yeah.
That's when things fail.
Absolutely.
Gaitsu, real talk.
That was on point.
Actually, wait, can I add?
And that's why I'm married to him.
I want to add one more thing. What I'm grateful for. I'm grateful
Okay.
for this Skype call that we're having right now, and for the three of you.
I can second
No,
that.
seriously,
for sure.
I actually just gained a little bit, just hearing, you know, the three of you guys talk, and you know, Andy, I know I've talked to you a lot, but guys from Penguin, I haven't really had the time to talk to you guys as much. I haven't really gotten to know.
This is your first time connecting with each other.
Exactly, guys. We've talked on.
I think it's really cool that you're coming together to talk about what you're grateful for and put out something for other people to hopefully take something away from. Like, that's such a cool way to come together for the first time.
Yeah, right.
In my opinion,
seeing that you guys, you know, have this, you know, the very similar outlooks on life to me too is it's awesome. But yeah, no, I'm grateful for this Skype call. You know, all three of you are awesome people, and yeah, this is I'm excited now. But yeah, no, I am. I'm grateful. And it kind of ties back into what we were talking about earlier, with just, you know, people that you surround yourself with. You know, it's so important to me, you know, to work with and collaborate with people like this. So thank you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I know. I'm trying to think of anything else.
I think maybe we should wrap it up pretty soon.
No, we're gonna make this a 12-hour long podcast.
12-hour
Okay.
long.
Hey, you know what? I'm fine with that.
I
Let's
can do
go.
I know, right? Yeah, I know
Maybe we should
we'll save it for next time.
wrap it up with some takeaways to give to people, maybe.
Good call.
You know.
All right, I've been going first this whole time, so someone else. Let's reverse engineer it. Penguin, you go first.
Okay.
Yay!
Yeah, no, I think Gaitsu should go first.
Gaitsu?
Okay.
Nah, you're the next one on the list.
No.
You know what? We haven't been sticking to that very important rule. Ladies
Oh.
first.
I
There you
know.
go.
But then there's the rule of age before beauty.
Ah, dang it. That does mean I'm the first. Darn it.
I win.
I think in the end, remember what you're thankful for. Remember where you come from. Because in the end, where you come from and what you're thankful for are going to help shape you and continue you moving
Absolutely.
forward.
Yeah.
Agree.
So that means you next. Wait, Andy, how old are you?
25.
25.
Yeah.
You two are right on.
When's his
What
birthday?
month?
September.
Month. You're born before him.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with Gaitsu. Just in the end, remember what your goals are in life, what you believe in, stick with that. Who your family is, and they're always going to be there for you. Your true family, and just remember that, and you should be good to go.
Yeah, I agree.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
short and sweet.
Great advice.
Andy, age first. I'm the youngest one here, so I.
Okay. Yeah. I would say, obviously, the whole premise of this entire call is gratitude and being thankful. So, as everybody said, just always remember to be grateful for things, even if you don't. Okay, so what I'm going to say is find gratitude in life. Find something to be thankful for in life, even when you think that there's nothing to be thankful for, because the grateful mind is unstoppable. The grateful mind, when you have something to be thankful for, you open up more doors for more things to be grateful for. Like, you could be, if you're having a bad day, if things are just not going your way, just stop and acknowledge the small things. Just acknowledge the really, really small, precious things, like the fact that you're able to breathe air, the fact that you're able to go outside and look at a tree and admire this tree. You know, just like really, really small things that people just are completely overlooked by because they're distracted by so many different things. Just remember to stop and embrace the tiny, tiny little things that you can possibly find any amount of gratitude for, because that's the only thing that's going to open up the door for more to be grateful for. So that's what I got.
Yeah. All right. My biggest takeaway. What am I trying to say here? All right. Well, for me, actually, I think what always usually does and stands out the most for me is that you know, your mentality, you know, will dictate how your day goes, how your life goes, how anything that you're pursuing in life or doing in life goes, and to be grateful, to, you know, and knowing that you have the power. I mean, because there are a lot of things in life that you can't control, you know, but you can control yourself. It might not be easy, but you can do it, and having that mindset, that positive mindset, and surrounding yourself with those positive people, and moving forward is definitely something I think everybody needs to do. You know, everybody needs to, you know, surround themselves with the people that they love. You know, the people they look up to, the people they're grateful for, and in combination, you know, keep that mental. I feel like I'm rambling now. You know, but that mindset, that mentality of, you know, that life is what you make it. You know, what was the? I think I wrote down a quote in my phone a couple days ago. Andy, I think I did it while I was Skyping with you, actually. I wrote down.
So I know what it is.
You do. So I wrote down, the world that you live in is all about how you live in the world.
Ah,
That was what I wrote down.
there you go.
Yeah,
That's it.
that was my little quote. My little quote.
Yeah.
And on that note, I will stop rambling. I hope I don't watch this back like after I end the Skype call, and I'll just be like, what was I talking about? It could be, as I do, but yeah. So
It's all good. It's all valuable information.
sure, dude. It's like we're just gonna edit John out of the Skype call. All right. So yeah. So I guess that wraps up our first annual Thanksgiving YouTube collaboration video. Guys, I hope you all have an amazing Thanksgiving tomorrow. I know I will be binge playing Resident Evil
Today, because they'll watch it today.
Oh, that's true. Today. Hope you all have an amazing.
We're recording
Oh
this the
no.
day before.
Okay, today. I hope you all have an amazing Thanksgiving day today. Focus on the things you're grateful for, everybody. You know, your family, where you come from, your friends, your YouTube and Twitter friends, which have become such a big part of my life. But yeah, so guys, it's been fun. Thank you for having me. It's been real.
Hey, you're the host. You had us.
Okay, all right, true. So yeah, all right. I guess we will call this a conclusion. We will see all of you next Thanksgiving.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.